was off. That was me. Sorry. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Uncanceled Culture. I am Porky.
The Louie.
I'm here too.
And he's here.
And he's here.
If he wasn't here, it wouldn't be a good day. Mm-hmm. It'd be a very boring day. What is up, everybody? Oh, we tried to do our first triple
ending.
Pop and top.
The triple ending. The triple ending. From back to school.
Hey, Melon.
No respect.
Oh, man. So what's up, man? How's everybody doing? How's their week?
Oh, so
Still
story time.
Oh, he's got story time.
Already.
We'll start off with story time.
So I'm doing better today. Monday, had a little episode, man. I swear I was drugged. Yeah, so I had a pool game, and we're out there shooting, and usually my pool games, I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever, right? But I was taking it slow, so I had
7.
No, I had 3.
No, that's a slow night.
I had 3 in a shot. That's all I had. But it was whiskey, right? And I shoot my games. I'm done. We're there, and Sabrina, she starts playing one of those, those machines, the 8-liner machines.
Trivia. Oh yeah.
And we're sitting there, and she says that I throw in $80 in less than 5 minutes and doing max bets, and I'm slamming the freaking machine. And usually I'm sitting there, I'm just playing it, just tapping it, right?
I thought you were in Puerto Rico again or what?
I don't know, dude. So
making it rain.
and she says she's just
in the bar.
she's just eyeing me, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "You're starting to slur." And she was like, "I think it's time to go." And she goes, by that time, she says, "I'm leaning up against the machine, and I'm like out of it." And she keeps thinking he didn't drink like he usually has way more.
He only had 10.
Yeah, what's
he
up?
usually has 22.
He only had 3 beers and 4 light ones, so 4.
So we're leaving. As we're leaving, we get to the car, and she says, I immediately pass out in the car, and she's driving.
And you don't remember?
I don't remember anything.
No
I don't remember leaving.
Ooh.
Then so apparently I say, I want tacos. So we go to Taco Bell.
And then you started making it rain and Taco Bell.
Get to Taco Bell, order the food. I don't even know. I'm out.
It says Taco Bell doesn't mean they're tacos, man.
I know, man. I know, but that's a late night. I didn't want to go to Jack in the Crack because they freaking take forever and they never have anything.
Jack in the Crack.
So we're in line, and she says that all of a sudden I sit up like the Undertaker. And Kranky, he knows that. I've done that before with him. But I sit up like Undertaker, and she's looking at me, and she goes, "Are you okay?" And I shake my head like, "No." And she goes, "Are you going to throw up?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I open the door, and I'm not even throwing up. I'm just dry heaving. And she goes, "You look green, like your color changed.
Dang.
You were bad." And even the guy at the window is telling her, like, "Hey, is he okay? Like, what's wrong with him?" And so she goes, so we get to the house.
Right, he's turning into the Hulk. You don't like it?
You don't want to see him when he's angry.
Just hurry up and go to our tacos.
Get him a Happy Meal. So we get home. She has to carry me basically inside. I go to the couch. I'm laying down, and she says that I'm in a ball. I'm in a cold sweat.
What?
I'm completely out of it. She has to peel me off and take me upstairs to the room. She puts me on the bed, and I'm laying like all awkward. So she has to like put me right.
Fix you.
And I don't remember any of it. I remember waking up the next morning, and she's already at school, and I call her, and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" And she's like, "How are you feeling?" And I'm like, "I'm fine. Why?" She goes, "Do you remember anything?" I'm like, "I don't." Bro, talking to my son, talking to some people, they were like, "Hey, there was this guy that was kind of pacing back and forth right at your table when you were shooting."
What?
And I'm like, dude, like, the only thing I can explain, or the only thing that can explain this is something was put in one of the drinks. Because I went from fine to literally passed out to like when you take a gummy and you're just like incoherent, you're just like out of it.
Yeah.
That's how I was, and I'm like, dude, like I didn't drink nearly enough to be like that at all. So we couldn't understand.
You don't know who the guy was.
Yeah, we know who he is. I mean, I don't know, man. I wouldn't put it past him, but and then she says, "And do you remember that we're at the game because she's playing the game, and this guy he keeps coming over there, like that guy.
That guy
keeps going over there and say, hey man, let's go play, like wanting to play for money."
Oh, so he was hustling.
And so she's like, I told him no like a few times, and finally at the end, like I was kind of like, dude, I don't want to fucking play, like just leave me alone. And so he stopped coming around, and so of course everybody I talked to, they're like, hey man, maybe it was a liquid THC, maybe it was, At first I told her, I said, hey man, did you give me a date rape drug? Like, you don't have to, I'm willingly.
I say yes.
But
clothes, they just come right off.
Man, and then yesterday I had the most horrible headache. Like if I had a hangover, and I again, bro, I didn't drink nearly enough. Like, so it was a little concerning. Of course, she was scared.
Oh yeah.
They were like, man, maybe we got to take him to the hospital. Like they didn't know what was going on. But I got up, I was fine, just had a headache. But yeah, it was just, dude. I don't know, man. It's scary.
I mean, when was this?
It was Monday.
It was
Last Monday?
Why don't you go take a drug test?
See, and this is exactly my cousin told me that yesterday.
It might still be in your system.
My cousin,
past
this just 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
And my cousin was telling me, he was like, dude, why don't you go get checked and just see if there's anything in your system? And I was like, well, they might not find that. No, but I was like, yeah, man, maybe, I was thinking about it, but we're going to talk to the people and see if, they can check the cameras and see if they see anything.
See him do anything?
Yeah, man. It was. I mean, I wasn't scared because I was out of it, but
yeah,
it's it's concerning.
Were there any other women near that table?
No, it was just me,
the guys?
Sabrina, and like it was their team against our team.
Yeah,
and they had a couple women, but from their team, and us, it was just it was 6
so
of us.
If he would have did it, he was just kind of taking a guess. Oh, but maybe he was.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if he's trying to get you to go
play. Yeah. While I'm out of it.
Yeah.
Somebody heard the Puerto Rico episode.
Yeah, we do. Secret followers. Yes. Yeah, I know you're out there.
This guy likes to make it rain.
Sprinkle. A little more. A little bit for you, a little bit for me, a little bit more for you.
So was this at your home bar?
Yes.
Or was it really?
Yeah. No, it was at my house. On Mondays I played for my house.
It was at your house?
Yeah, at my house. And so
that's the name of the bar.
And that's crazy because they were like, well, man, what about the bartender? And I'm like, no, man, she's real cool with the I would never see that. But me leaving it on the table, I can see somebody going by and just dropping something in there. Yeah. And then it's just straight whiskey.
Oh, they do have full bar there?
Yeah,
I didn't know they had
it's just straight whiskey. So I can't. I wouldn't have been able to taste anything if it was anything funky. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was just straight alcohol. So. But I was like, man, I don't know, dude. It was a little concerning. It's a little concerning now.
You hear that, women? It happens to guys too.
Yes. Now, and I'll tell you, so it was crazy because yesterday I'm watching the news and I see that California passed a law that they're going to require businesses, bars, to have testing kits for like date rape drugs and stuff like that. Testing kits available for patrons either for free, as long as they ask for it. They say, hey, can I have a kit?
Yeah.
Or at a reasonable price. Like, it's got to be really, really low. Or maybe associated with the drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That way, in case they bought a drink or they left their drink and they say, hey, I want to test it to make sure. They literally passed a law in California just yesterday that they're going to start doing that. Mm-hmm. They're even talking about making straws that can detect it.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I've heard of that. Like it changes color or something.
Yeah, so
like
they got some bill or grant or whatever for I don't know how many millions of dollars to start doing this in California, man. So they said there's been a recent spike in a lot of that happening. So
you see, Kranky?
I mean,
California.
You gotta think about it though. I mean, how close are California and Texas to the border, man?
Yeah.
Just
right there. Are we gonna blame the immigrants for all the STDs in Houston too? Fucking Houston! Oh, fucking Houston! Fucking Houston! Exactly. That's no shit. That I had actually seen. Who said it? Was it Roger or y'all that posted it?
I did.
You did,
yeah.
Because I had seen it. I saw that thing pop up, and it had the Excel spreadsheet of all the fucking STDs that are going flying around out there. Like, dude, what are they doing in Houston, man?
Well, and we talked. Didn't we talk about it last week? The two immigrants that sexually assaulted and killed that 12-year-old.
Killed the 12-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, dude, in Houston. So I don't know, man. It was a crazy start to the week. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Somebody was trying to get you to drop trowel.
Something.
Or beat you in pool.
Yeah, one of the two. It wasn't gonna happen either way, but
But so I had you got a quick shot? No, quick shots. Anything you start off with?
I mean, I don't know if it's a quick shot, man. I was just gonna ask, what side of the vehicle is y'all's gas tank on? Because I think mine is on the wrong side.
Is it?
So I don't know why, but here in the west side, everybody has to put gas all the time. So there's always a line, dude.
Well, they're always on E, so
Yeah,
that's why they're
that
constantly.
So
Well, the gas prices are so high. They probably put $10 at a time, and
$10, yeah.
they get 20 miles.
Oh, and you're perfect. I don't call you out. I don't call you names.
Hold on. Before Kranky gets to this, here's the thing. I ran out of gas on Saturday, bro. I ran out of gas while we were moving. I literally have stuff in the back of the truck, and I ran out of gas, dude. So yes, I'm one of those two. I'm not perfect.
Forget it's $10 in your gas tank.
Exactly. But anyways,
So when people get in line, they get in line,
yeah.
facing a certain way, and I can't face that a certain way because my gas tank's on the wrong side. So I can't get in line because then we'll be facing face to face.
You can't go to the other tank?
I mean, yeah, but there's cars in every tank, and everybody.
So usually
Everybody's going the same way.
Everybody's going the same
They're
way.
going
Right,
Yeah.
right. And that's how it is at Sam's.
Yeah,
Sam's
I
has
see that.
everybody.
So I'm thinking my tank's is on the wrong side.
So my truck, it's on the left side.
On the passenger side?
Mine's on the driver's side.
Okay, mine's on the
But
driver's side.
but
too.
on
Mine's on
but
the
on my
driver's
other vehicle, it's on the right side. It's on the passenger side.
Yeah.
So so the vehicles I have one on both. And I mean, of course, the way you look at it, you look at your gas tank, you look at your gas your gauge, and it gives you the arrow, right?
Arrow.
But you're the only one on the west side that has it on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah, it's because your vehicle's a newer vehicle. That's why.
I mean, it's
Well,
18.
he wants to be fancy. I mean, they're like, oh, luxury vehicles. Take your ass over there to the other side and go to another store.
Don't you have to put diesel in that? So it's on the
On the
driver's. No, it's on the passenger side.
No,
side. No,
his is
mine's
on
on
the
the
driver's
driver's side.
Mine's on the driver's side.
My truck's on the driver's side.
But everybody else is on the left side, dude. Unless when they leave the gas pump, it changes sides automatically.
There's an invention.
Hey, maybe you just need to get yourself an electric car
Yeah, right.
and pay that extra tax.
Well, yeah, we talked about that too.
Yes, we talked about that too.
about in 2026. So by the end of this year, going into the new year, Texas does not have to have state inspections every year, but there are some counties that are going to have emission tests
Yes.
that you have to do.
And we're one of those counties, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
So
2026.
it's still the same thing.
Well, not necessarily, because when
Well,
you
it's
do
just
the
an emission,
inspection,
you're
they're
right.
checking the
Lights
lights,
and
the
tires
brakes,
and-
the
yeah.
that and like that, and like
It was when I read it was like if you're a highly populated area,
yeah, it did say that. It did say that.
Well, California pretty much
screwed us over.
screwed us over on that
You know.
because now we're overpopulated with Californians.
So yeah,
Don't
but I mean,
California, Texas.
I guess the good thing about it, it's only $7.
Oh, speaking of, I gotta go do mine. Dang it!
You know. I mean, it used to be up there like $15, $16.
I got
Wait, you
days.
got to pay that, but then you got to pay the registration.
The $80-something dollars for your
81
registration.
bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's closer to $90
Yeah.
or something like that. Well, you won't have to worry about that in 6 months.
But how much is the emission test gonna be?
I don't know.
Still $7.
Is it
Yeah,
still
$7.
$7?
That's what it's gonna be still.
I mean, I didn't say anything about going up.
Yeah, the
Like
article
I
didn't
said, it
say.
went down.
No, the article
No,
didn't say.
I say they're gonna tell you, oh yeah, you don't have to do this anymore. So it's only gonna be $49.99.
So, but they're going to charge you something.
Yeah, they have to
The
charge
state is still going to charge you something to recoup, or how do you say that? What? Why are you laughing at me, bro?
Kranky said he smoke signals. Yes, we do, Kranky. Yes, we do.
Is it, what? I missed it. Man.
It's on your
Sorry,
phone.
my bad.
It's on your
Phil, somebody Phil.
Inside joke, guys. Maybe we'll share it later. We'll see.
They probably have the most highest ratio of OnlyFans in Houston.
Probably.
Speaking of that race, no. So I was gonna get a blind reaction from these guys because I wanted to. I know we brought it up before, and of course, I don't want to make it seem like we're constantly talking about it, but we had brought it up, the Angel Reese thing and the whole Caitlin Clark thing, right? Mm-hmm. But this talking about when they were in college around, which was not that long, which was not that far back.
No.
Well, now they're in the WNBA, right? And now you have all this stuff going on about even players now that are saying shit like, oh, well, we've been in the WNBA and nobody came to see us and blah blah blah. And then you got Angel Reese saying, well, everybody's going to see her, bitch.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Yeah. Let's talk about. Okay, so there is a big spike of attendance.
Yes.
There is, not just for Clark. There is a bump in attendance when all these new women joined the league, and now, but Caitlin Clark, of course, Caitlin
quote air
Clark.
quotes.
Yeah.
Air quotes. All these women.
Yeah.
Joined the league. But yes,
that's another topic.
Now here's the thing though. There is a spike, right? There is a spike, but it's still higher with Clark.
It's definitely higher.
You mean
for her games?
Yeah, like
for her games.
But like even when she plays away.
Oh yeah.
So I think Chicago, I think they were getting about 7,000 or 10,000. I forgot how many people, and they sold out when the Fever went to go play over there. So they weren't selling out, and they did sell out, right? So there is a big spike.
Most recently, because I caught both the games. So most recently in Phoenix, when they went to go play against Tarazi.
Oh yeah.
They had never sold out. They hadn't sold out their arena in a long time, and they sold it out. 17,000 They hadn't sold it out, and they sold it out. 17,000 people went to the game. Of course, they were playing Caitlin Clark. They came back. They actually won the game. So the next game, which was yesterday, a Tuesday, as a matter of fact, they were playing the Aces. Well, there was such a high demand for tickets, they actually had to change the venue to a bigger venue to accommodate all the people that wanted to go to the game. Well, they had 19,000 people there at that game. And so here's my thing.
They did that at another city too.
They changed the venue? Yeah, they probably had to.
They had to.
So here's my thing, right? We already know about Angel Reese and everything, all this that she's saying. But my thing is about like Tarazi. And I don't know if anybody else said anything, negative or negatively towards Clark or whatever. But, they did say something. Yeah. And then, of course, they always backtrack it or whatever. But my thing is like, okay, you're in the league already. Mm-hmm. Nobody was going to watch your games, right? And now this superstar, megastar, rookie comes in, and now you got all these people coming to your games. Like, why can't you be happy for that?
Just ride the coattail.
Ride it.
Ride the wave,
because
man.
We've talked previously, right? Kranky brought it up about how much money the NBA was losing with the WNBA.
Yeah.
Right? $10 million a year or some shit like that.
They're donating that much money.
How much more money do you think they're going to make this year? Mm-hmm. Because of one person. Let's be honest. One person.
Let's be
honest. That's what I'm saying. One person. But so that's my thing. It's like, Tarazi's said stuff, and I'm sure somebody else has said something too. And it's like, dude, nobody wanted to see your games before. If they didn't want to see them even before that, when you had, Lisa, what's her name? Leslie and Cheryl Swoops and Candace Parker and all of them, nobody was going to watch their games. The old joke was, if you put two WNBA tickets on a car for somebody to take, when you come back, they'll be four. That's the joke. Yeah. That's the joke I remember. And I heard it on the radio, a talk show radio from here in San Antonio when we had our team.
The Silver Stars,
Yeah. So it was like nobody wanted to go watch the games. Yeah. And now you get this megastar, superstar that comes in, and she's bringing all these people in, and you're pissed off.
And I think the league has done a really, really good job in marketing it, right? Because like yesterday's game, like you said, they made it the potential rookie of the year versus the potential MVP of the year, Asia Wilson against Caitlin Clark, right? And so when you market it like that, hell yeah, people want to go over there and go check out this matchup and go check out the battle, right? I don't remember marketing like that before. Nobody
Never.
cared.
They were
Nobody cared.
they were able to market her now because when in the NBA when we go to see the game, we go see the game, we wanted to see dunks and alley oops and stuff like that, and you don't have that in the WNBA.
They seeing that? They seeing her logo threes now?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
The logo three, like she's shooting from like 10 feet
Okay.
behind the arc.
So that's what I'm saying. So when now that Steph Curry came into the league and changed the game, now everybody wants to shoot threes.
Right.
But what does Caitlin Clark do?
Shooting threes.
She shoots threes. So that's what everybody wants to go see now, because that's how the game has changed.
It's evolved to that now. Yeah. And that's a good point, because that's true. Nobody wants to see dunk contests anymore. They're so fucking boring.
Well, no, like I saw the video, because I don't know if you saw that Angel Reese was crying yesterday.
Oh, because she got
selected to the All-Star game, to the All-Star team, right?
Oh, yeah.
But there was a guy saying, "I'm tired of hearing all this Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese stuff. Come on, Angel, show her." And then they show all her clips, and she's getting swatted, and she's missing layups, and they're like, "All right, on the next one, we got it." And oh man, just forget it. And I'm like, bro, because it's boring. Watching her play down low is boring. It's not the same as seeing Clark cross somebody over or do a step back three or shooting from half court from the logo. Like, it's just, that's exciting, what everybody wants to see now, and she's bringing that, man. And like you said, why don't people just not even be happy for her? Be happy for you that you have people now at your game,
right? And
just ride that wave, man. You know what? Take it to the next level. You do something now and take it to the next level. But no, they just haters want to hate.
That's why I don't get why you're upset about it, when you always wanted people to pay attention to your game. You always wanted people to show up to the game, and I'm sure the promotions or marketing, whatever they used to do, it would be like, "Hey, come on, here we are, like, coming to the game, blah blah blah.
Buy two and get one free."
Something. buy a beer, get 2 more tickets. Something like that. Like,
yeah, when the Stars were here, they had dollar beer night for a lot of days.
Even the hockey too. That was fun.
Yes.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, that was my point, man. I mean, it's like, why be upset about it? Like, if you're supposed to, and I hear this from Roxanne, she's like, well, women are the worst. Like, if a woman is successful, nobody else is going to be more jealous than another woman.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I heard from a woman. So it's kind of like, why are you upset though? You need to be righted. Like, go on with it. Right?
Yep.
Don't be angry. Don't be, a woman. I don't know. That's all I had. Well, that's what I wanted to talk about.
Well, speaking of haters, right?
Hate.
My son calls me one of the biggest haters because I hate Lebum, right?
Oh.
Now, he's like, man, everybody's hating because his son got drafted and is going to play with him, right, this next season.
Stupid.
And, of course, people are asking him questions like, hey, well, how do you feel? And do you think it's easier because you've been around and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, man, I don't know why people are hating when all they're doing, yes, they did it intentionally. Yes, they were the only ones that were going to pick him. People are saying, well, man, he got picked over other people that should have been picked. Well, not necessarily. He was picked 55th, and there was only like 4 more picks left.
What is it, 32 teams? 31?
Yeah, so it was only, 7 picks left?
64, yes.
So,
wow.
I mean, how many more guys were that much more talented? Like,
hey, well, Manu was 50-something.
That's what I was going to say that too.
But what I'm saying is, like, they're saying he took somebody's spot. And I'm like, what? Did he really? And the other thing is the Lakers, and my son is driving it, right? He's like, listen, man. He goes, they're just trying to make history, right? They're trying to make history in the NBA. They're trying to make history because no father has ever played with their son.
If you could see my face right now.
And I get it, but I mean, everybody remembers baseball, the Griffies.
The Griffies,
right?
The Concepcions,
that wasn't the Mariners being like, well, let's just take
exactly. It was 2 people that earned their spots.
Griffey was drafted in the first round.
Yes.
Yeah. That I want to see
in a round of what, 30-something.
Exactly.
And baseball like 30-something rounds.
Yeah. And the thing is, his dad was already a starter. He was already playing. He was already, he was a veteran. And it's not like, oh, well, we're just going to have his dad here just to take up a spot, or we're going to have, no, they drafted a superstar, and this superstar freaking surpassed his dad right away.
And when you're drafted at 19 in baseball, how long do you stay, or 18 in baseball, or like out of high school in baseball, how long do you stay in freaking minor leagues before you get...
Not very long.
Griffey was in the major leagues at 19. Man.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't compare LeBron.
I say the same thing.
Look back at all the other, and we're talking about baseball now, but think back, like even Derek Jeter. Jeter was in minor leagues not that long.
Yep.
He came in and he jumped up. Everybody back in that day, hardly anybody went to the minors. Think of Biggio, think of Bagwell, all those guys. Like they didn't spend very long in the minors because that's how good they were. But nowadays, now you got to develop, and now you're like, you're not. Now you got like sub A, and then you got ball. A, and then rookie ball, and then like half-ass ball, and then like double A minus. Like
the Mexico Pito League.
You got the Chipotle League down in California. You know,
the California Pinot League.
Ricky Vaughn.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they spend so much money to develop these guys because that talent's not there no more. You don't see Ken Griffey come out of the blue like that anymore.
Or it's not so much that the talent's not there anymore, is that I think there's just so much more talent now. Like you have guys, and it all depends on what they're looking for. So you have guys that hit a ball 450 feet. Okay. But what else does he do? you got guys that are great defenders, but they can't swing a stick, right?
He struck out 5 times the game before.
So you have different talents. You have a lot of talent in certain spots, but you don't have superstars anymore.
Right.
Not coming out of high school like that anymore. I think the last one might have been Harper.
Bryce Harper.
I think he was the last one.
Yeah, because he was touted for years.
Yeah.
And he was
and he was only 17.
Sophomore, junior in high school, and everybody was already looking at him.
I think he dropped out of high school, went to some kind of college, so that way he can get drafted at
Early,
17.
Really?
Yeah,
Yep.
But going back to the LeBron thing, I've talked about it before. He don't care about titles anymore. He doesn't care about titles anymore. All he cares about is his legacy, and he wants to. They just gave him a contract for how much?
$104 million.
$104 fucking million in 2 years. Is LeBron James worth that much money anymore?
Well, I mean,
we said the same thing about Chris Paul. We're like, $11 million. What the fuck?
But it's only 1 year.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 year. Okay, well, I get that. Okay, 1 year. It's not 104, but
I mean, I will say this, like, there's been a lot of stuff that's come out recently and lately about LeBron, right? That
LeBum.
Like, you don't see his name in the paper in
trouble.
Yeah, like doing a whole bunch of stuff. You don't see all the crazy things.
Mistresses.
Yeah, you don't see all that, right? Now, I think he does want another title because he wants to get his his sixth?
What will it be? 5 and 6? 6 and 5?
Because he was.
I think that's 4.
Is it 4 or 5? I don't remember. But he was trying to recruit hard this year, and everybody.
Nobody said no. Klay Thompson said, "Fuck you."
Klay Thompson went to the Mavericks.
He's like,
Harden stayed.
Paul George went to freaking 76ers. So like he was trying. And he couldn't get anybody. I mean,
and his son was over there. Dad,
pick me,
Dad.
So I mean, I think if he had a chance to win a title, he would want it. But I think, like you said, right now it's more. He had said it in the last 5-6 years. I want to play long enough to play with my son in the league, and that's it.
But it's the Lakers too, man. I mean,
and then they hire Redick.
They don't want to win either.
Yeah,
they're being Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Well, the other comparison, and I don't know. I guess maybe I missed the comparison, but they're comparing. They're like, why are you upset about LeBron James wanting his son to play with him and all this other stuff? And then they made the examples of like the balls, LaMelo and all them, and like the dad, like the dad is showing their son, like how to be, whatever. And I'm like, people hate those guys. People hate the dad from the ball or whatever his name is. I don't even know what his name is.
Well, he's not even in the news no more.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they're trying to make that comparison. It's like, you shouldn't be hating on LeBron because he's trying to show his son how to be a, whatever, entrepreneur. I don't know what the fuck. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they're making comparisons to them. Because it was who else?
Well, it was Lonzo. It was
LaMelo.
But there was another kind of family type thing to where the guy had his sons, like, it wasn't Antetokounmpo or whatever, it was somebody else. But I don't understand the comparison to that though. Like what are they trying to say? Like I don't get it. His like the dad was just riding their coattails.
Well, I think like you said, the Lakers. I think they're pulling a Jones, which is they're not worried about winning. They're worried about making history. They're worried about selling tickets, and that's it. And then honestly, I think they were wanting to keep LeBum for the last of his career, so that way he would retire a Laker. Is what they're wanting. Which I don't know why. I mean, he's gonna have 3 teams to choose from, so
he's gonna retire in Cleveland.
I think so too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
We shall see. We shall see.
I'm not very impressed. I just don't like the fact that he's. Why doesn't nobody see it? Everybody just sees it as being haters, like you said. Like I don't get it. Like
it's not that nobody sees it. It's the younger generation don't see it. We see it.
Yeah,
because we saw the greatest basketball player to play.
Yep.
Ever.
Mm-hmm. And then it shifted over to Kobe.
Yep.
And Kobe was way better than LeBron too. You know.
But Duncan wasn't better than.
Shaq.
Anyway, that's all I had, man. What did you got? We done? Hey, all right. It was a good episode.
Well, we had the correction on the Tuah girl.
Yeah, and if you're not Roger, again, hiding under a rock
and behind the 8 ball,
and not knowing, that Texas played Oklahoma in the College World Series
a month ago.
So there has been some updates on. Is that Tito's? Holy shit!
You know how you started off the episode?
Oh
yes.
My god!
I said the name.
You sure did. So the Tuah girl.
Yeah.
So like Kranky said, can't always believe the internet because the truth came out. Hey, did you check if it was drugged?
What the hell is that?
Oh, my bad.
You still buzzing?
You
still on drugs?
He's still on drugs. Oh, he's turning yellow now.
Is that?
It's not enough.
That's literally 2 ounces.
Is that Starbucks? I don't need room.
That's mouthwash. I don't need room.
Don't worry, you're gonna take more.
Sabrina.
Yeah. That was on purpose.
That was.
Remember, he said we can't do
that. My bad.
But yeah, if you hadn't heard about the Tuah girl, right? We did talk about her last week because, well, she was relevant last week, and everything had just happened. But she came out on an interview and corrected a lot of the what Kranky always says. You can't believe everything on the internet because people make crap up all the time.
All the time.
So her name is Haley, right?
Haley Welch.
Haley Welch, right? And she clarifies in her interview, she's not a school teacher. She's not even old enough to be a school teacher. And she didn't lose her job. She works at a spring factory.
Well, she quit that one.
Well, she quit. Well, yeah, now she did.
Wait, what's a spring factory?
I guess like for
mattresses?
Mattresses?
Did she test them? I mean,
well,
what
she
did
does
she
the
do?
Tuah.
Let's see the vibration on this mattress here.
Tuah.
Yeah, so she clarifies that she says that she's never been a bartender. She's never been a teacher, and
her dad wasn't a pastor.
Yeah, they were like,
that's right, yeah.
The negativity, your family. She's like, man, my dad's far from a pastor. Like, come on, all that stuff's made up. Now, the one thing that we were talking about before we got on air was she deleted her social media 6 months before all this happened.
Yeah, and I was surprised because you said that she didn't have any. I'm like, what do you mean she didn't have any?
Yeah,
But
she didn't have any. Now
at that point.
Now,
Yeah.
And they were asking her, like, you don't have social media? She's like, no, I deleted it for personal reasons. It was a long time ago. But she's in the process of getting it now. She has a whole production team, a manager. She has everything. So
yeah, she hired everything.
Agent. She's now gonna be famous. So she thinks she's starting her own podcast.
Did she?
Yeah, she's starting her own podcast. So it's now she's gonna ride the wave as long as she can.
Well, there you go. Take notes, Diana Taurasi.
I mean,
coattails.
But like Porky said, did you really see her though? Have you seen her?
Have you seen? Yeah. Have you seen her? Have you seen? Well, because the only video that we know of before she came out in this other video was of just like her
the headshot.
top, like headshot kind of thing, right? We didn't see the rest of her body.
Yeah.
I mean, she was wearing a black dress, so you can't really tell.
Well, they do show her at the beginning of that interview. At the beginning of
the original interview.
Yeah. It starts off and then it kind of pans towards a close up.
Yeah.
Well, see, I didn't. Yeah.
But even at that, like it wasn't.
You could tell. It wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, then the reason I'm saying is because she went to that concert because whoever that country singer was invited her to the concert. She comes out and she, does her thing, whatever, and she's wearing this, I don't know, dress. I guess I don't know. And what to me wasn't appealing. I'm like, come on, girl, get in the gym. I know you're thin, but let's work on them. Let's work on them legs, girl. Come on, work on them. Because not very, maybe she does stuff with her mouth, but the rest of that body, I mean, god damn, man, I don't know.
Yeah. So, that white thing that she was wearing.
Yeah. What did she say though? I didn't even hear. I saw the video, but I didn't see. Did she say it, or
she said it again?
She did.
Yeah.
No. See, she's gonna be saying that for life. But now she can go and I think you mentioned it, Kranky, that she can go and patent that shit if she wants.
Yep.
And it'll be hers.
It'll be hers.
She make it. You want to put on a shirt, you're gonna pay.
Because somebody didn't do it already,
right?
Well, everybody was trying to do it.
Yeah. I mean, Porky wasn't impressed with what he saw.
No, I wasn't.
I mean, I say, I don't know, maybe she needs to get drunk again.
No, maybe I need to get drunk. Maybe that'll help. And I sent these guys a picture because I had mentioned it before about how women taking the bathroom pictures and like putting their ass on top of the counter, and I'm like, what is that supposed to help? Like, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it, girl. Like it don't matter what. You put it on.
It's about angles, man. You gotta have that certain angle to where you don't see the gut and you don't see the, and you see the cleavage.
Yeah.
That's
why I think it's funny. It's funny. Like
they always have to have duck lips too.
Yes, and they all have the same makeup, all the same eyebrows, the same nose, whatever. And it's funny because you'll see them posting something about God and Jesus and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And then next thing you know, they're like, oh, I'm not that type of girl and this and that and blah, blah. Next thing you know, she's fucking hunched over a fucking chair with her boobs popping out. Like, wait a minute. Did Jesus approve that picture? Like, really? Like, come on, man.
No, but Jesus did.
No, Jesus. Yeah, he thumbs up that one. So one of our viewers had a shout out. Now, this person did not want us to mention.
It's actually a quick shot.
A quick shot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She couldn't remember what it was called. It's a quick shot. She was like, "Can I get my own shout out?"
She wants a shout out, but I was like, "Wait a minute. Yeah, you mean a quick shot?" Okay. Yeah. So she says, and I quote, I freaking hate strollers. I mean, I get that they are useful and that parents need them for their kids, but 9 times out of 10, the kid isn't even in the stroller. On top of that, the people that are pushing them are so distracted that they run over you and hit you right in the Achilles.
Well, stop going to Oyster Bank.
Stop taking your kids.
Or the market.
Stop taking your kids to the Fiesta.
Dude, as many strollers as I saw at market and at like all downtown during Fiesta, oh man,
It still freaks me out that people take their kids to.
No,
to
you know what? No. It's okay.
Is it?
Well,
during the day,
yes. That's
okay.
What I mean.
Okay, yeah.
But
Parade.
at 10 o'clock at night, you see that. It's like, bro, why do you still have this kid in the stroller right here in the middle of the drunk fest?
And in the video, right,
yes.
the
shooting,
whatever the shooting that happened at market, there was people with fucking strollers walking around.
And then running with babies in their arms. Like, come on, man. Do better.
And then you had that one dumb girl that was actually running towards the gunshots. Yes. And her boyfriend had to grab her. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And grabbed her, and they ran the other way. But I mean, golly.
Well, I mentioned that. I mentioned the stroller. Remember, I was at the Croc store, and I told you that the lady in the stroller, the lady pushing the stroller, hit the service dog. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, man.
Well, have we seen a dog inside a stroller?
Yes.
See, I haven't.
I have.
I haven't done that yet.
I have.
I've seen it in a basket, but not inside.
I seen it in a stroller. Yep. I've seen them in backpacks. So, yeah.
So maybe that's why the stroller thing is getting out of hand, because it's not just for kids anymore. It's for,
They're also for homeless people.
Well, and get this. So it was funny. I was at the store a couple days ago, and I saw this guy, looked to be a single dad, doing this thing. Great. Had the baby in the stroller. And he's getting stuff, and so I guess he didn't want to push a cart in the stroller, so he's loading things into the stroller. And then realizes he has no more room, so takes the baby out, puts the baby on his arm, and then starts loading up the stroller. And I'm thinking, why don't you just put the baby in a cart and you have more room? But yeah, whatever. I mean, hey man, shout out to this single dad doing his thing. So
that completely reminded me of Mr. Mom. That seems like it's something that would happen in Mr. Mom, the movie.
I was like, all right, cool. You got it,
Dude,
bro.
I actually downloaded Gun Ho the other day. Not downloaded, but I paid for it. I didn't want to, but I was like, fuck, I wanted to see it so bad. It'd been years since I've seen that movie, man. I was like, oh, it's not here.
That movie's great, man.
Classic.
What
else we got?
Oh, what else has been in the news, man?
Any other shout-outs?
No shout-outs. Well, that was the only one we had.
Hurricanes hitting.
Oh, fuck, dude.
It's done some damage already. I think it's already killed 6 people.
Category 5, dude.
Yep.
That thing is going to do some damage. And it hasn't even hit the Gulf yet.
Nope.
Technically.
It's about to hit
coming
Jamaica.
up.
Jamaica, right?
Yeah,
It's about to hit Jamaica already.
It's coming up and has not even touched the South America.
No, not yet.
So it's still a ways away.
Yeah.
And all it's going to do is once it hits that open water, it's going to get fucking even stronger.
That's what they're thinking. Well, the thing is that it's broken up a little bit because there's some wind coming from the west that's pushing toward the storm.
Okay.
And so you see the eye isn't as formed as it was before, but they are saying once it hits the open waters, it might increase again. They're expecting it to be a category 1 or 2 when it hits Mexico. Right now it's a 4. It was a 5.
Yeah.
When it went past the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico and the DR. But now it's starting to kind of lose some of its momentum, but they're thinking it's going to increase again once it gets to the Mexico-Texas border.
We're all.
So we're gonna get more rain.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're thinking about Monday and Tuesday. there is a 40% chance right now.
Yeah,
so.
Kranky's thinking about his
Yeah,
backyard.
he's thinking like,
He's
damn,
like,
I just cut this damn thing.
And it's growing and it hasn't been watered. So I don't know what the fuck how it's growing.
It must be
I'm telling you, there was water sitting under it, bro.
Jeez.
It's
That forest you had, there was water sitting
It's an
under
old
it, man.
Indian burial ground, man. That's what it is, like poltergeist. If you start building for a pool, all this stuff's gonna come out.
But like you said, it's 40% chance of 40% chance. But like I said before, it's a 40% chance
Of the viewing area.
of the area it's gonna hit.
Yes.
Not a 40% chance it's gonna rain the whole city.
Yes.
Like 40% of the city is gonna, or something like that.
40% of the viewing
see,
area is going to
yes,
get
hit.
some rain. So
I heard that now we're all meteorologists. I heard that, what I remember is when they tell you percentages, that because of the atmosphere or whatever, it's only 40% because of the way it is that day compared to other days, which I don't get. But that's what I heard. I don't know how the percentages work.
the only thing I'm excited about is that the temperatures are going to be like 89 and 90 on Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
And then,
So-
but you're gonna have a shit ton of mosquitoes in your face.
And humidity.
Fucking Texas.
But if it's drizzling or raining, it'll cool the temps down a little bit, and I'll be happy with that. I'll be
Are
happy
you
with
you're
that.
working outside?
Well, no, but I have to walk outside. Damn.
I was surprised today wasn't even that hot. It was like
outside today.
100,
It was-
and it seemed like it was cool.
Well, it's because the humidity right now is not crazy. So I went to SeaWorld on Monday. I went to SeaWorld on Monday, and it was hot, but it didn't feel bad because the humidity wasn't crazy.
Right.
So there was a lot of people, a bunch of people that shouldn't have been there.
Is it like Walmart? Like a bunch of
Bunch of
people
people
wearing
wearing shit that shouldn't have been wearing it.
What
Dude.
happened to those people at Walmart songs?
People at Walmart.
You never heard those people at Walmart songs?
No.
Man, they were funny. You gotta look them up on YouTube. Man.
No, you're gonna have to look them up and send it to us. Yeah.
You brought it up. You research it.
But yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was hot. It was a little, there was a lot of people. It's 4th of July weekend. So, but yeah. So there was an incident, not an incident, but there was something. So everybody went to go, Sabrina took the kids to go do some rides, right? At the water park.
Let me describe what I'm seeing right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's a bottle of Tito's on the table right now, and once again, every time a certain name
getting left with room over here for some cream and sugar.
Every time a certain name is
mentioned,
a certain shot takes place. But anyway, go ahead.
So they're out doing the rides. We're at the water park. They're doing rides.
See what you say?
Yeah. And so I'm like, you know what, man? I'm gonna take this time. We had a nice little spot, some lawn chairs under covered area. Take the spot. Let me do some work on my phone, and maybe take a little nap. So I start crashing out. Working on my phone, I crash out. All of a sudden, I start tasting banana.
What the fuck?
And I look up, and this lady's spraying her dude, and all the spray is flying into my face. And I'm like, and then she sees me, and she's like, has this like surprised look, and then proceeds to keep spraying. I'm like, it's still going the same way, but whatever. But there was a girl next to her that was sunbathing, and so she had a bathing suit top.
Wait, at SeaWorld?
At SeaWorld, yeah. So she has a bathing suit top, but she took off her straps.
Oh.
So that way she can not have tan lines, right?
Oh.
And she's crashed out or laying down. At the same time that I'm getting sprayed in the face, I look up and I see her stand up, and she goes to adjust herself, and I guess forgets that the straps aren't on, so she pulls, and everything comes out.
Oh.
And right away she pulls it back up, and you could tell I think she got embarrassed, and she took off. Right, she grabbed her stuff and bounced. And I was like, so as soon as everybody came back, I was like, man, you will not believe what I just saw.
Why was she embarrassed? Were they sagging or what?
Were
they not very big?
Let's just say there was no bottle of Tito's there at the time. I wasn't looking through beer goggles.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, she wasn't very appealing. Is that what you're saying? No.
Again, I did say that there was people that were wearing some things that shouldn't have been worn. So,
but
I'm not body shaming. Yeah, I'm just saying.
No. If it was Carmen Electra, I would have been staring that shit down. But no, it wasn't Carmen.
I'd have been like, spray her. But yeah, no. But yeah, it was an interesting day.
So
there.
I know we try not to get political on here, but I know it's.
Y'all saw Joe Biden's interview?
No, I don't want to see it.
Or not his interview, his
I don't want to. I don't want to see that debate either. I still haven't seen it. I did hear some things that he said.
Did you?
But
I couldn't understand a damn thing he said.
The only know was the alley cat mentality or some shit like that. I don't know.
Because my uncle made this back in. Well, dude, he just could not finish a sentence.
Kind of like us, so we just shift.
Yeah, and they said that he was under the weather, and I'm like, okay, well,
are we all under the weather?
He's what? He's got
81.
81.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the
if he
reason
would
I
have get
brought it up,
reelected, would he be the first one not to make it through?
there's been other presidents.
Well,
that
have been
are you talking about
assassinated.
him passing away?
Yeah, that have been
Yeah,
assassinated
there's
and have been impeached or whatever. But somebody that while in office does not make it through.
The president that was the World War II.
The one that snubbed his toe. Was it him? Was he a president? He snubbed his toe and he got like an infection.
Really?
I don't know if he was president or not.
Is it Woodrow Wilson, I believe, that was during World War II that he was in a wheelchair. And I think he passed away in office.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it says Warren G. Harding died 2 years, 4 months, and 29 days into his term. Zachary Taylor died a year and 4 months into his term. James A. Garfield, well, he was assassinated. William Henry Harrison died 31 days into his term.
Holy shit.
Man, we have a lot of them that had not finished their damn terms, man. It does say Franklin D.
answer
Roosevelt.
your question. Oh, wait, Roosevelt
It
or
says
Wilson?
Roosevelt didn't finish his term.
I thought it was Wilson.
Oh, here it is. Of the individuals elected president of the United States, 4 died of natural causes while in office. William Henry Harrison, Zachary Taylor, Warren G. Harding, and Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
So all 4. And then, of course, then you have the ones that were assassinated. Lincoln, Garfield, McKinley, Kennedy, and then Nixon was, he resigned before he was.
I am not a crook.
Yes. So there's a history lesson, guys.
You might want to go check that hotel room. I think they
too much lights.
They're keeping me up. There's flashlights going on and everything.
That's why he resigned, right? Because
yeah. Forrest Gump's home. Yeah.
God damn it.
But yeah, it was Watergate. Yeah,
it was called Watergate. Oh my God.
Wait, but you were saying.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, man. It wasn't a good look, right?
Yeah.
We all know that. We saw it. Everybody saw it. And of course, one side's going to try and take advantage of the other.
Yeah.
But
well, no, even the same side is already.
But yeah, and that's the thing. Is like now everybody's like, I'm to be honest with you, I'm in between. I'll be honest, because I hear stuff and there's things that people say and it's like, well, yeah, he's done this, and but then it's like, well, what's gonna happen in 4 years, right? If he becomes president, like how long is it gonna last? Is his brain gonna be there? And the only and the reason I brought it up is because I just wanted to say, like, you haven't lost your job yet, have you? You still have your job?
Yeah.
These poor black people are gonna lose their jobs to the immigrants coming in from Mexico. You're gonna have to watch out.
I heard that.
You gotta watch out.
Well, people are already losing their houses to them because they're squatters.
Yo.
Oh, did you hear about that today?
shit?
No.
So, that's serious shit, right
so
there.
Today, and I'll tell you, I work in the apartment industry, so and I've been on their board of directors stuff, and I hear a lot of the things that property managers and regionals talk about, and they're saying that it's very hard to evict somebody because yes, you can give them a notice, yes, you can demand them to leave, but until it goes to court, they can remain there in that apartment and they don't have to leave, and you can't force them out until the court says they have to leave, and then they have to get a constable to go and take them, like forcefully take them out, right?
Take them out, yeah.
Well, today at an apartment complex over there off of Wurzbach in Gardendale.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah, there was a constables that were going and serving basically one of those evictions.
Yeah.
So they went and the guy didn't want to come out. He didn't want to come out, so they forced their way in, and when they get in, he cuts both of them with a knife. He didn't kill anybody, and it wasn't like, where they're life-threatening injuries, but he did cut them. They finally got him in custody, and they took him out. But that was today, right there. I mean, that shows you how many people. I mean, honestly, it shows you where the economy's at now, where people are they're desperate, and they're doing whatever they have to do to keep a place to stay. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was pretty bad.
I mean, it's pretty bad when you look at the way the streets are. When you see like the amount of homeless people that are on streets, and why are they homeless? Whatever whatever happened in their life, right? They were drugs. They don't have a family. Whatever it is, they lost their job. We talked about the COVID thing, how a lot of people lost their jobs at that time, and they lost their houses. They lost everything. And you see it in San Antonio, but dude, it feels like it's getting worse. And I see it at the apartments, in the morning, in the middle of the night, there's people in the fucking dumpsters looking for shit, either something that they can sell. Mm-hmm. There's this dude that I'm sure he finds stuffs in the dumpster, and he's there on military, and he's selling it. And there's little stands, little flower pot, like he's just trying to sell. Like, that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. I don't know. Look, okay, I don't know who you want to blame. You want to blame Biden. You want to blame Trump. Like, where is it? Is there ever going to be a time where we're going to get back to at least working together in any aspect?
No, because there's always going to be a left. There's always going to be a right.
Yeah,
I agree. There's always been a left. There's always been a right. But there's going to
be a tug of war all the time.
But I don't. Growing up, I didn't see it as bad as I see it now.
But were we
because we were
invested?
Kids.
Were we really paying attention?
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. Honestly, I think it's gotten worse in the last 3 terms. I think it's really gotten worse. You've seen it more. You've seen the arguments, the struggles, the actual fights in Congress. Like, you've seen that, right? But like you said, it wasn't a good look for Biden at this debate, to the point where his own side has people now pushing for him to step down from running. Not from the presidency, because his term's almost over, but from the running. One big guy is the guy here from Texas, Doggett, the state or U.S. representative.
Doggett?
Yeah, Doggett. He's
Doggett.
He's like, hey, I need, like, he needs to step down. Like, he needs to not be there. Now they're gonna have an interview with him tonight, and apparently they know, and he knows it wasn't a good look for him, but he's going to, I guess, answer some of the concerns, and they're gonna have a meeting with his side to determine what they want to do moving forward. You have a lot of people that are backing him, and they're saying, hey, he's the guy. I mean, he's the one that has been selected, and he's the one that's going to run. The concern, of course, is if he does get there, where is he actually going to be?
What happens next?
Yeah.
Like,
why don't they just use AI for his interview?
They should have.
Have it with the Arnold Schwarzenegger voice or something. That's not a tumor.
Get to the chopper.
But it's like, okay, so like, how do they make the decision? What's the law? Where do they go from here? How do they vote? What do they do? Because if he doesn't, I shouldn't be saying it, but if he's still alive and they don't do anything, obviously he's still going to be president until his term ends. Yeah. But if he gets reelected, does he step down? Or does he this just popped into my head. Does he garner enough votes to get reelected? Mm-hmm. And then once he's reelected,
he steps down.
Give it to somebody else.
Well, it would be Kamala Harris.
Is it?
It is, because she would be the vice president.
If he
selects a different running mate.
No, he probably won't.
Okay, so then it would be her, because it immediately goes to the vice president.
And we just talked about Nixon when he resigned. Who did it go to?
Who was it? Well, who was it?
It was Carter, wasn't it?
It was Carter, right?
And then did he get reelected?
No, I don't think he did. I think it was Reagan after him.
So then the process of who's next in order is how it works.
Yep. Oh. And that's what, and they had already mentioned
was
that.
Was it Carter or was it Ford?
When they mentioned that the first time, when he was elected, because they were saying, we don't know if he's gonna make it through. We don't know what it's gonna be like. What if somebody takes him out? Well, the whole thing was, hey, they're doing this for a reason, so that way Kamala can be the next president. And so it was Gerald Ford.
So
Ford was the one that took over after Nixon. Yeah,
because he was the vice president.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I remember that, and I know that there is an order.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if other things
it's
take
president
precedent as far as how it works and what it's supposed to be do. But since she's the vice president, then she would take over.
Yep.
So could it be that that's what they're planning on?
Well, and
hoping
that
for,
could
because we don't know if he's. That
could be the conversation tonight, where they say, "Hey, look, man, I don't know if he's fit for this, but what if we just push him through, get him elected, and then we push it over to the next person?
Use AI, make him give him good answers without freaking mumbling,
and give him Adam Sandler's voice."
So it goes from president to vice president,
and then the Speaker of the House.
No, I think it's Secretary of Defense.
Secretary of Defense.
Really? Man, and I thought I knew history.
I saw
Son
Air
of a
Force
bitch.
One, dude.
No.
It is.
Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing because I was thinking of White House Down or whichever
Black
one it
House,
was.
yeah.
Yeah. So no, it's president, then it's vice president, then it's Speaker of the House of
Speaker of the House.
Representatives,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
then it's President pro tempore of the Senate, then Secretary of State, Secretary of Treasury. So
There is a
and then
thing.
Secretary of Defense is number 6.
Yeah, I thought it was the Speaker of the House. Yeah.
It is. So, but I mean, you like we're talking about. Who knows that could be their plan, saying, hey, it would look bad on them if they pull him and put somebody else there, and then Trump's just gonna run away with it. So if that's the case, let's keep him there, but not expect him to finish and just have her ready to take over.
See, because that could bring up a whole bunch of problems in the sense that you're gonna have people who are gonna be backing him, and then you're gonna have other people who are on his same side that are not gonna back him.
Yep.
And who are they gonna vote for?
Well, see, that's the thing. It's already a bad look. It's already a bad look for him if you have his side already saying, we don't know if he's gonna if he should be the person. It's too late to switch. So if you're coming out and voicing that, guess what? You're gonna start pushing votes the other side.
Yeah.
And that's the hard truth to it, right? Honestly, I think that's why they're having the meeting today, is so that way they can solidify their side and say, stick with us. And then let's have a plan. And put a plan in place.
Mm-hmm.
That they have to go that route, because if you pull him right now, I'm sorry, man, but Trump's gonna run away with it.
I wouldn't even be surprised if he's gonna run away with it now. To be honest with you.
Well, yeah, no, I mean now, yeah, of course, it was already a bad look.
Because I feel that there's like when we were angry, and I say we, like because of who I voted for, when we were angry when that dude was president.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the amount of people that are pissed off now that he's president?
Yep.
And now they're gonna, man, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad.
What really got me on this in this last week is when they came out with that Trump, because he's running for president, has immunity.
Oh yeah.
To the conviction that he got.
Supreme Court, dude.
Yeah. So the
Supreme
conviction that he
Court.
got, he was found guilty. Anybody else would either be paying a hefty fine or doing jail time, right? But because he's running for president, he has immunity until the whole thing's over. So, and if he gets elected, it's until he's done. That's the immunity. Mm-hmm. So, which makes me think, okay, so let me go commit a crime and then say, you know what, I'm gonna go run for president.
Yeah. But you have to do it when you're president, though.
No, his crime was done before.
Way before.
Way before he was even running for office.
Wow.
You haven't seen the documentary on Peacock with Stormy?
Nah.
You gotta watch it.
Oh, is it? I haven't watched it.
I've seen clips of it. I haven't seen
I'll
all
watch
of
it tonight.
Watch it.
With my pants down.
No,
Oh, it's not that.
You're not,
It's not.
We're talking about Stormy Davis now.
You mean I'm gonna have to go to XNXX to look for Stormy? Okay.
Because Stormy Daniels now is not Stormy Daniels. Yeah.
Like Jenna Jameson, she's not.
She's bad too.
Yeah, she's in bad shape. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, to go along with that, Sotomayor, which is one of the Supreme Courts, she came out and they dissented, right? So she didn't vote, basically. And she pinpointed shit that he could do and get away with it. Mm-hmm. So he could tell somebody, go assassinate him. Mm-hmm. And they can go do it, and it can't come back to him. Because that's the immunity that he has.
I saw a meme, right, that came out with Joe Biden on the phone saying, "Oh, immunity? All right, SEAL Team 6, go get him." You know, and which it just goes back to the whole, like, it's just crazy how, okay, well, because now he's running for office, well, we gotta wait to see how this plays out.
Okay,
like,
so
I don't know, man.
So then my thing is now, it's not. Is it just him? Because now it's any president. It's not just him.
Well, no, I think it's anybody running for office.
Right. Well, okay. Well, that's what I'm saying.
For the presidency,
so
right?
it's not just him. And I don't remember if I because I thought about this a couple of weeks back. I don't know if I told y'all, but he thinks that he's doing it for him. But if they change it, that's the law of the land.
It sets a precedent.
Anybody's gonna get away with it, not
sets a
just
precedent.
him.
Yep.
So he just opened the fucking door
Floodgates, yep.
for anybody to do anything that's anybody.
Yep.
And I don't think he understood, but he was more concerned about himself. It's
Yeah.
like, fuck, I need to get off of this shit.
Yep.
And he did.
He sure did. He sure did.
USA. And tomorrow's July 4th.
Yep.
Hey, we got the day off, so what are we complaining about?
Enjoy your burgers and hot dogs.
I got half day. Thank you.
You won't see Joey Chestnut in the
Joey
competition
Chestnut.
tomorrow, but
Oh man, I don't want to watch. Didn't he have something? Is he starting something else?
he's gonna do a one-on-one with Kobayashi.
You know,
Yeah.
if you go on Prize Picks right now, they have like if this guy eats one hot dog, you can win. But I mean, you have to bet for other people too. But you're gonna automatically get the over.
Is
if
it
he
a
eats more than one.
parlay?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
it's like the over under.
It's an over-under,
See,
yeah.
I don't understand that. I understand parlay.
I don't
you need
understand
to-
parlay.
Well, the three things, right?
Well, a parlay can be. It depends because in Vegas they have up to I think it's 8 teams or 9 teams, right?
No shit.
So there was one bet that I did one time that was a 10-team parlay, which I bet $20 and I was supposed to win like $2,400. It was during football season. 9 teams fucking hit, and the dumbass Green Bay Packers got their ass whooped by Minnesota.
Whose team is that?
Oh yeah, it's Sabrina's.
Oh yeah.
Let the pouring begin.
And you're welcome, Kranky. You're welcome. But you don't understand the parlay. Even I understand the parlay.
There you
so
go.
basically everything has to happen. Everything that you pick,
Yes, everything
has
has
to
to hit.
happen.
Now-
so like you could like for example, just three guys. Like if I pick Aaron Judge, he needs to hit a home run.
Yeah.
If I pick the dude from Cincinnati, the shortstop.
Cruz.
If I pick him, he needs to get a base hit. And then I pick somebody else, he needs to have 2 RBIs.
Yeah.
So you need to hit all 3 of
Oh
those.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know that
Yeah,
part.
you need to
yeah,
hit
no,
all
that's
of
what I'm
I
saying.
don't know the minus and plus
Okay.
and minus.
Oh, that
That's
I
what
don't know. No, I thought you
that's
said
what I don't know.
parlay. No.
So when
I don't
it's
understand
a
that.
plus, you have to bet that amount to hit $100.
No, you still lost me.
Yeah.
If it's plus 250, you have to bet 250 to win 100. Okay, but if it's minus 250, you bet 100 and you win 250.
That's still bullshit.
Yeah. So now the parlay. So that's one thing, right?
21,
The
22.
parlays are one. But here's a different way that they do the parlays now, and it all goes back to the guy from where is he, from Minnesota or whatever, that made that bet
That crazy parlay and
that
won.
they won the championship and they won the championship and they won the championship. So when I looked on my app when I was in Vegas this last time, I had a 7-team parlay, or it was a 5-team, but then on one of the games I had like in-game parlays, like over under and so many hits, and
That's too
the
much.
guy was gonna have less strikeouts, whatever. But if you hit everything, if you're hitting them and you're getting to your last game, they have a cash out now where you can cash out before the
way.
parlay,
No
and you
way.
get like a percentage
So
of the money now.
you get something.
Yes. So they do that. Yeah, Vegas is doing that. So that way they're not having to pay out the entire big amount. They're paying out smaller portions for, hey, you get this percentage.
Well, what if you pull out and then
Well, you don't have to worry for 18 years, man. But that's the thing. So that's what happened with that guy. He had bet on the Thunder to win the NBA championship. And as it was getting further into the playoffs and they were, going and going, his amount, so he was going to win, I don't know how many, whatever the millions of dollars that it was, right?
Oh,
I
shit.
think it was like 1 point something. When they were in the playoffs, they gave him a cash out. The first one was $11,000. As they continue in the playoffs, it was like, all right, they went up to $81,000. The highest one was $111,000, and he was like, no, like they're doing good. Well, when they started losing, it went back down to 30. Then they won game
fuck
6.
that.
Oh, it went back up to 80,000. So he cashed out at 81,000, which he was still a big amount from what he paid.
Yeah.
But he, and if he would have pulled, and he did, right? He pulled out. So he got his 81,000. If they would have won, he would have not got the rest of it.
Right.
But if he doesn't, he loses all of it.
Yeah.
So he did, he did a good thing, and he pulled out at the right time, which you can't say for some of us.
So his pullout game was not weak.
His pullout game was not weak.
Pullout game
It was
not weak.
$81,000 worth. So yeah. Yep.
And you can explain that to me till till it puts me to sleep. I still won't understand that, dude. I don't get the over under this and that. It's like whatever. I guess I don't go to Vegas enough. Like big the Louie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Hey, well, yeah, because when you go, you lose $1,400.
That wasn't my fault.
Without placing a bet.
And it wasn't my money.
I lose $1,400 without placing a bet. Poor God.
They're not smart thieves. They're just opportunists.
They're opportunists, exactly.
Oh my God. Anything else?
Well, I'm gonna throw a shout out to Barber Gabe.
Yeah, we did that
last
year.
Remember last year? So he's doing his annual thing again. I don't know if it's the 11th or 12th annual, but he gives back to the community. So he gets all these backpacks filled with supplies, and he gives them out to the community over there at the Frank Garrett Center.
School supplies?
School supplies, right? So and right now he does have go get a haircut with him. If you take a couple backpacks, he gives you I think a free haircut. If you take a backpack, he gives you a discount. But really, all this is for him is giving back to the community, man. Last year, he had, I want to say, I don't know if it was over 1,200 that they were giving away. He was showing me the video today. When he got there at 8 in the morning, he starts at 10. He does it from 10 to 2.
10 to 2.
So they give away backpacks. They give away the supplies. But he also has barbers on hand, and they're giving out free haircuts to the kids that are in line. Sometimes he has, his girl there that does nails, and they're doing, nails for the girls. They do different things, and it's a big promotion now. Like before, it used to be something really, really small. He showed me the video, man. When he got there at 8 o'clock in the morning last year to go start his setup, there was already a line around the building, right? So this shows, one, the need in San Antonio, right? But two, the what he's doing,
his generosity.
It's a really good thing, man. I took him a couple backpacks. I told him that we were gonna take him a couple from the show as well.
Yeah, we're gonna take him some.
And we're gonna continue to promote it all the way up to the event. We did post it on our page. If you can, donate a backpack, donate supplies. He's getting both. You don't have to donate a backpack with supplies. It would help. But if you can donate a backpack, if you can donate supplies, he's filling up backpacks himself. And literally, man, it's him and his family that stay up and they do this.
Take care of it.
And they take care of the whole thing. It's a really great event for the community, for San Antonio. It goes to show that you can give back, right? And not to say that he's got it all, that he can do it. No, this is just from him saying, this is my neighborhood, this is where I grew up at, and this is what I want to do.
It's coming from humble beginnings.
Exactly. And like I said, man, it started from a small gathering to now it's a big promotion, which is amazing. But we'll continue to promote it. But if you can donate, if you want to reach out to us, if you want to reach out to him, I did tag him on our page, Barber Gabe. So you can reach out to him as well and say that, you have some donations. If not, all the details are there. If you are in need and want to go and you need to make it out there, it's going to be August 11th from 10 to 2.
10 to 2 at the Frank Garrett
at the Frank Garrett Community Center. And before, let me tell you how the community has wrapped their arms around this too. When he first started, he was doing it outside in the pavilion. And the community center saw it and saw this and how it was growing and what he was doing. And now they've opened up the community center to him to where now he can have it inside. Yeah. So they're not outside in the freaking heat all day and doing haircuts and giving out all this stuff. And plus they have burgers and hot dogs. Like they have all sorts of stuff that they're giving away, man. This is something great. This is something good to jump on. Again, if you can donate, reach out to us, reach out to him, and let's make this bigger. Right now, when I talked to him this morning, he was at about 150 backpacks, which is still good, but I know that's not the goal that he's wanting. So everybody, if you can, donate, reach out. Let's make this a great thing for San Antonio. It's not just so much that community, because I'm sure that there's people that come from all around the city, but let's make this a great thing. Let's make this a positive thing in a world that has a bunch of negativity. So.
Mm-hmm. In a world where the immigrants are looking for black jobs, we need some positivity on the west side of San Antonio.
Yes.
And all of San Antonio. No, this will be a good thing, man. Get with us. Let us know how you can help. If you want to just donate a backpack, if you want to donate backpack with stuff in it, I'm sure they'll take it. I mean,
they'll take
it however you can get it. Just get them some backpacks. And we probably need to try and get out there so we can take some pictures.
Yeah, no, I told him, I said, I know the plan last year was to try to do it.
Man, that'd be badass to go have the show out there.
Yeah, no, that's what I want to do. Honestly, August 11th, I want to do an on location.
Yeah, we could.
And let's just do it out there.
We could.
We'll set it up. I'll get with him. We'll get a little spot and,
let's do it.
Make it an on location.
Well, yeah, we could still do it live.
Yeah, we still do it live, but it's an on location event. So
everybody wants to see
that.
Kranky's pretty face.
Face made for radio.
Yeah, that's all three of us, right?
Hey man,
maybe not Louie.
I took offense to that one, bro. Damn, my girl said I look fine.
Louie he's still a striking young man. But yeah, man, let's get those backpacks out there. Get with us. Let us know how you can help, and yeah, man, we'll keep promoting it, and we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can get it out there.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, that'll be it. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you guys later.
Peace.